Hi again, friends. So, did you miss me? I'm here. In the last time we talked about the girl who went home and came back with a story, the girl who got the, jungle justice, and till today, like I said, we don't know if she ever was guilty. So, at the end of last episode, the teachers were trying to figure out how to help with the situation that had now become a pandemic in the school or in the girls' dorm. So as we said earlier, the teachers and the boys did not really believe us and all the stories we told them about the spiritual attacks and the things that we had seen and heard in the girls' dorm. Now they had no choice but to believe, because we were not faking all the injuries and the sleep that we're losing every night. It was just, we're not trying to just be dramatic, right? It was obvious at this point. So how are they going to deal with it now? While we thought that they were going to bring, some spiritual person to pray in the girls' dorm and maybe pray those spirits away, the principal came up with the not so brilliant idea that the teachers, both male and female, would spend the night in the girls' dorm to confront whatever was haunting us at night. So one of the teachers, who was like the school's handyman, came that night with a gun. The idea, first of all, made us laugh because we knew that we were not dealing with, anything physical. This was a spiritual matter. So we also laughed because we knew some of the male teachers were perverts, and they would just love the idea of being in a dorm with all these young girls. Ugh. Makes me cringe just thinking about it. Anyway, that night, they did stay with us in the girls' dorm and tried their best to stay awake. But of course, it was a very quiet night that night, as we expected. I mean, if the attacks were coming from within, why would the person want to out themselves? Plus, they already knew the plans the teachers had. It wasn't a surprise. So this was a situation that needed spiritual help, not physical intimidation. I mean, now that we're adults, it makes no sense that they came ready to attack them physically. So they did another night with us after they had, after they spent that first night and nothing happened. The second night, of course, nothing happened. So they gave up. They gave up and the attacks continued. Go figure. No solution there, right? But as the attacks intensified in the girls' dorm, so did the prayers that were made. It pushed our Bible. We had a Bible club, right? Which was boys and girls. We used to have weekends where we had club days. And one of the major clubs that had been formed in the school was Bible club. So the Bible club members were usually prayer warriors. Like they were, I don't want to say trained, but they were taught to pray things away, like to pray spiritual, heavy prayers. So most of these members were known, person to person. So it pushed the Bible club members to have more prayer sessions, and out of fear, a lot of girls started praying more and more, making the decision to get closer to God and, just not wanting to be the next victim. So that pushed us to be spiritually stronger. But every night we were pairing up. People were scared. So we were pairing up every night, our bunk beds, putting the bunk beds together, and then, 2-3 girls on one tiny bed, just to comfort yourself that, if I was attacked, somebody's going to be right next to me. To be honest, when I talk about it right now, I still get those jitters of back then. It's weird, but those are nightmares that we still have. Let's put it that way. So we had more and more nights of prayers, and these prayers then started to produce results. A new era sort of began, where confessions began to happen as girls were attacked each night, and then prayers will start. You have a lot of confessions. Some were fake confessions. Some were just confessions that people made because they wanted to maybe be sent home, or maybe they hated being there and they wanted to make up a story so they can get sent home and maybe even dismissed. It was weird. Like all kinds of weird things were happening. But, then we had one girl who, I don't even know if to say her confession was fake at this point, because she did some really weird stuff. But let's talk about that in the next episode. Let's cut this episode a little bit short. I'm sorry to make it short, but the next one, I really want to make it another episode. So let's stay curious, friends. We'll talk about this girl in the next episode. So see you later. Thank you again for being here. I am looking forward to sharing in the next episode. Thank you. Bye.